What if everything Tommy Norris built is about to collapse, not because of his enemies, but because of the choices he made to survive? Season 2 ended with power shifting, secrets spreading, and danger moving closer to home. Now, Landman Season 3 is preparing to raise the stakes higher than ever before. The oil fields are no longer just about business. They are about control, betrayal, and who will fall next. Taylor Sheridan's Landman has become one of the most intense modern Western dramas on television, and Season 3 is shaping up to be its most dangerous chapter yet. After the dramatic events of Season 2, fans know one thing for sure: peace is not an option anymore for Tommy Norris. The man who once handled deals quietly in the shadows is now standing in the middle of a storm made of cartels, corporations, and broken families. Season 3 is expected to continue directly from the chaos left behind, where trust has faded and every decision could cost someone their life. By the end of Season 2, Tommy's position as a landman looked more fragile than ever. His business relationships were damaged, his family life was unstable, and his enemies were no longer hiding. The cartel's influence had grown stronger, and their connection to oil operations became impossible to ignore. Season 3 is likely to explore what happens when the oil industry and organized crime become fully entangled. Tommy may still be trying to play both sides, but the cost of doing so is rising fast. The pressure from corporate powers above him and criminal forces below him leaves him trapped in the middle, with no safe way out. Cammy's role is also expected to expand in Season 3. After stepping into power during a time of chaos, she is no longer just reacting to events. She is shaping them. Her business decisions could push the story into darker territory, especially if her alliances continue to bring her closer to dangerous people. What once looked like survival may now look like ambition, and that change could put her directly in conflict with Tommy. Their partnership, which once depended on trust, now feels like a ticking bomb waiting to explode. Cooper's storyline is another key point going into Season 3. His actions in Season 2 connected him to forces he did not fully understand, and the consequences of that connection are far from over. His relationship with Ariana might be tested in ways that go beyond emotional drama. If Cooper's success was built on something dirty, Season May 3rd revealed just how deep that corruption goes. The idea that his rise came from lucky, drilling locations may turn out to be part of a much bigger and more dangerous plan. Family drama is also expected to become even more intense. Tommy is no longer just fighting enemies in the oil fields. He is dealing with loss, guilt, and unfinished business at home. With his mother gone and his father back in his life, Season May 3rd focused more on how his personal pain affects his professional decisions. The Norris household, which already felt unstable, could become the emotional center of the conflict. Power struggles in business often reflect power struggles inside families, and this season seems ready to show how those two worlds collide. As for the release date, Season 3 was officially announced after the strong response to Season 2. While an exact date has not yet been confirmed, the production pattern suggests a release sometime between late fall and winter. Sheridan's fast production style and the show's rising popularity make it likely that the wait will not be too long. Fans can expect the same sharp writing, tense dialogue, and morally complex characters that define the earlier seasons. What makes Season 3 especially exciting is that it feels like a turning point for the entire series. Earlier seasons built the world of Landman and introduced its players, but now the story is moving toward consequences. Every secret is starting to surface, and every alliance is starting to crack. The oil fields are no longer just places of work. They are battlefields of power, loyalty, and survival. Season 3 is not just about who controls the land. It is about who controls the future. Tommy's choices will decide whether he becomes a king of the oil world or another casualty buried beneath it. And as the line between business and crime continues to blur, one question stands above all others: can anyone in Landman truly walk away clean? Season 3 is expected to push Landman into a darker and more dangerous direction, where consequences finally catch up with every character. The balance of power that once kept things stable is gone, and the oil business is no longer just about contracts and drilling rights. It has become a battlefield where loyalty is tested and betrayal feels inevitable. Tommy Norris now stands at the center of the storm, facing threats from every side. His past decisions, made to protect his family and his position, are likely to return with even heavier costs. One of the biggest questions going into season 3 is whether Tommy can survive the pressure coming from both corporate leaders and criminal forces. The cartel's presence is no longer hidden, and their interest in the oil fields suggests that future conflicts will not stay quiet or controlled. If season 2 showed the beginning of this connection, season May 3rd reveal its true scale. The cartel's involvement could turn business negotiations into life or death situations, forcing Tommy to choose between obedience and rebellion. Either choice risks destroying everything he has left. Cammy's rise in power may also bring a shift in the show's tone. Her leadership could turn more aggressive as she tries to prove she belongs in a world dominated by ruthless men. But power often demands sacrifice, and her growing influence could cost her personal relationships. If her business strategy continues to mix profit with dangerous alliances, she may become one of the most unpredictable figures in the series. Season May 3rd explore whether she becomes a protector of her company or a symbol of its corruption. Cooper's future is just as uncertain. His success story now feels fragile, built on choices that may not have been his own. The truth about how he gained his fortune could place him directly in the cartel's shadow. This puts his marriage to Ariana under extreme pressure. What started as hope and ambition could turn into fear and regret. Season May 3rd forced Cooper to confront the reality that wealth gained too easily often comes with invisible chains attached. The Norris family will also undergo major changes. Tommy's role as both provider and protector becomes harder to maintain as danger moves closer to home. His father's return adds emotional weight to an already broken family structure. Old wounds may reopen, and unresolved conflicts could shape Tommy's decisions in business. In Landman, family and power are deeply connected, and season 3 seems ready to show how one can destroy the other. The home that once represented safety may now feel like another place under siege. Another key element of season 3 is the idea of trust. Alliances formed in earlier seasons may no longer hold. Characters who once worked together may begin to question each other's motives. Even small mistakes could turn into major threats. This shift could make the series more intense and unpredictable, as no character is truly safe anymore. The sense of control that once defined Tommy's world is slipping away, replaced by fear and uncertainty. From a storytelling point of view, season 3 appears to be a turning point rather than just another chapter. The earlier seasons focused on building tension, but now the story seems ready to release it. Conflicts that were hinted at before are likely to explode into open confrontation. The oil fields may remain the setting, but the real war will be psychological, a fight for dominance, respect, and survival. Fans can also expect the same sharp dialogue and morally complex storytelling that Taylor Sheridan is known for. His writing often shows that there are no true heroes or villains, only people making dangerous choices in desperate situations. Season May 3rd continue this tradition by placing every character in positions where the right decision is never clear. This makes the drama feel more real and more unsettling, as victories come with heavy consequences. As for what this means for the future of the series, season 3 could redefine who truly leads the world of Landman. Power may shift away from familiar faces and into unexpected hands. The story may move from quiet manipulation to open conflict, signaling that the time for careful strategy is over. What remains is survival. In the end, Landman Season 3 is shaping up to be a season about reckoning. Secrets will surface, alliances will fracture, and the price of ambition will finally be paid. For Tommy Norris, the question is no longer how to win, it is how much he is willing to lose. And as oil, money, and crime continue to mix, the series seems ready to prove one thing above all else. In this world, power never comes without blood on it.